In this anime recap, we delve into a world where humans coexist with fantastical creatures and arcane magic. The balance of power is held by the formidable ultimate races, beings of immense strength and extraordinary abilities. At the heart of our tale is Rein, a skilled beast. Tamer is known for his uncanny ability to form deep connections with even the most formidable creatures. But as Rein's journey unfolds, a looming threat casts a shadow over this vibrant world. The enigmatic Demon King, a malevolent force seeking to plunge the realm into darkness, stands as the ultimate antagonist. To counter this evil, heroes must arise. Champions who can harness the power of the ultimate races and overcome the darkness that threatens to consume all. Join us as we dig into the fascinating story of Beast Tamer, in which Rein and his group of companions go on an epic quest. So let's start with the first episode and see how it all starts. The story follows Rein Shroud, a Beast Tamer who is dismissed by his party due to being deemed useless. He leaves with his gear and contemplates his next steps. Approached by youngsters who admire him, he interacts with them and forms a bond with a soaring eagle. The kids reveal their desire to become beast tamers like him, citing his genuine interactions. Rein, tired of his former party's behavior, decides to become an explorer. At the Adventurers Guild, he meets Natalie, who's uneasy about his beast tamer class. Despite doubts, Rein commits to the path. He's tasked with slaying 10 goblins for registration. Tracking them, he successfully defeats them and gathers magical stones. While exploring, he encounters a girl pursued by a tough tiger. His initial attempts fail, but the girl, a cat tribe member, intervenes, defeating the tiger. Rein helps her, and they share stories. When he reveals his past, she becomes upset, but he comforts her, earning her gratitude. She asks Rein to tame her, and he hesitantly succeeds, driven by a desire to understand her better. Rein triumphs in his adventurer's trial and gains F-rank status, receiving 50 copper coins from Natalie. Determined to earn more for housing, he proposes quests to Kinade. An interested man challenges Rein to an arm wrestling match for Kinade, which Rein wins. Natalie apologizes for the man's behavior, revealing knowledge of Rein's bond with Kinade. Rein ponders his newfound strength from the pact and reflects on how he's changed. Despite desiring exciting jobs, Rein and Kinade are assigned herb gathering due to their F rank. Responding to distant screams, they aid an old man attacked by Ebon Fang bandits, infamous for their notoriety. Rein fights the bandits while Kinade saves the old man. Observing Rein's unexpected strength, they decide to confront the remaining Ebon Fang. Rein forms contracts with animals to scout the Ebon Fang hideout. He explains his plan to Kinade, involving a temporary contract with an RB for paralysis. He reveals knowledge of insect taming and instructs Kinade to gather reinforcements. Kinade complies after initial hesitation, and Rein contracts RBs. Former comrades Mina and Leanne resent their roles and blame Rein for their failures. The Beast Tamer defends himself, prompting Leanne's coercion. Rein's Arbes immobilize the bandits. Kinade returns with reinforcements. The Knights of Order are absent due to other priorities. Rampaging King Lizards attack. Rein and Kinade defeat them with help from other adventurers. Exiting the hideout, Rein and Kinade are praised. Rein reminisces about being rejected by Arios's party and acknowledges Kinade's vital role. Amid Rein's surprise at sharing a room with Katie due to the innkeeper's arrangement, they reflect on their journey. After completing the Ebony Fang's quest, they rise to E rank and gain rewards. Their newfound riches lead to equipment upgrades, a lavish dinner, and the current room-sharing predicament. 1 week later, Rein enjoys their laid-back adventurer life. Natalie informs them about a hooligan at Stride Bridge who challenges passers-by. Driven by the reward, Rein accepts the quest, and they head to the bridge. Suddenly, a red dragon, Tanya, transforms into a human and challenges them. They learn she's the guard dog of the bridge and a dragonoid on a pilgrimage. Tanya initiates a fight. Rein defends against her punch, amazed by Kaide's fiery resistance. Rein intervenes but is caught by Tanya, who tosses them in the air. They dodge her fire breath, earning her respect. Rein asks Kaide for time, contracts birds, and paralyzes Tanya. They force Tanya's surrender, and she agrees to their terms. Reporting to the guild, They prevent Tanya from revealing her identity. Outside, Rein disciplines her, forming a reluctant contract. Meanwhile, Arios complains about Rein's past tasks. As Rein sleeps, Cade and Tanya bicker about sleeping arrangements, both having different views of him. Rein recalls his team's assignment to defeat slimes, causing discomfort for Kanade due to their stickiness upon defeat. Tanya claims she can handle it, earning praise from Kanade. Rein observes their growing camaraderie. Rein uses his ability to control a bird, assimilate, to find slimes. Amazed, Tanya and Kanade watch as Rein locates them. They confront the slimes, and Tanya asks Rein about magic. He uses the fireball under her guidance, obliterating them. Tanya explains Rein's improved skills since their contract. More slimes appear, and Rein refines his magic control. Outside the Adventurers Guild, they meet a girl and report success. They explore town, sharing a meal. Rein recounts his village's fall due to monsters, his recruitment by Arios' group, and his dismissal after being deemed useless. Tanya and Kanade empathize, angered by the party's mistreatment. The group battles orcs, and Rein is injured protecting Tanya. He heals himself and collects magical ores. Tanya spends time alone, lifted by a heart-to-heart with a girl. She apologizes to Rein, while Kanade acknowledges her feelings for him. After another quest, Tanya suggests new equipment. Arios' party appears, sarcastically greeting Rein's group on the road, and Rein suggests taking a different route. Arios belittles him, so Kanade and Tanya defend Rein. Tanya questions Arios' party's identity as heroes, shocking them with her dragonoid and cat spirit nature. Arios realizes they are Rein's tamed creatures. Arios offers Rein a chance to rejoin due to difficulty in the Lost Woods. They claim a relic, the Shield of Truth, can help against the Demon King. Leanne convinces Rein, who agrees under pressure. Kanade and Tanya demand a proper apology, threatening the hero party. Arios insults Rein, leading to a punch. Arios challenges them to a duel, and Rein accepts. Kanade fights Agath, overwhelming him with her power. Tanya faces Mina and Leanne, countering their magic. Rein faces Arios, using his newfound strength to defeat him. Kanade, Tanya, and Rein embrace after their victories. Rein's party enters the Lost Woods, aiming to find the Shield of Truth for Arios' group. Arios apologizes genuinely to Rein after their previous altercation, and Rein accepts. Arios explains the situation with the shield and the monster holding it. In the forest, Rein uses a bird's form to scout, while Kanade and Tanya guard his body. They find an illusionary tree emitting magic and encounter a fairy named Sora, warning them away. Rein decides to negotiate with Sora alone, leaving Kanade and Tanya behind. Rein approaches Sora, who threatens him with illusion arrows. Rein reveals his humanity, and Kanade and Tanya protect him from Sora's attacks. The fairy becomes intrigued by their actions and decides to talk. Sora explains the barrier blocking the fairy village and their duty to guard the Shield of Truth. She gives the shield to Rein, who learns it's crucial to defeating the Demon King. Sora initially declines Rein's help, but is coaxed into revealing her worries about her twin sister, Runa. Rein, Kanade, and Tanya offer assistance, and Sora shares her story of encountering a Shadow Knight. Rein pledges to help rescue Runa, and Sora tearfully embraces him. In a flashback, Sora reveals that the Shadow Knight demanded the barrier over the fairy village be lowered by sundown as a condition for Runa's safety. Rein's group heads to the Shadow Knight's location, leaving Sora behind to honor her deal. Upon reaching the Shadow Knight, Rein's group attacks, using a fireball as a feint to catch it off guard. They manage to land several blows, and Tanya protects Runa from the Shadow Knight's attack. Tanya carries Runa away to safety, while Rein forms a temporary contract with Arby's to create a diversion. Kanade defeats the Shadow Knight with Rein's magical assistance. Tanya returns with Runa, and they express confusion about Rein's powerful magic. After reuniting the sisters, Sora and Runa thank Rein's group for their help. A humorous interaction occurs between Runa's crude thoughts about Rein and Sora's reprimand. Runa explains that she doesn't want to return to the fairy village due to her excommunication. Kanade invites them to join Rein's group, and they accept. Later, Rein meets Arios' party to deliver the Shield of Truth. Leanne confirms the shield's authenticity through an appraisal spell. Arios notices the fairies but refrains from making a scene. Rein receives his reward and declines Arios' offer to rejoin their party. Rein explains to his group about the legend of the first hero, who had God's blood and limit break potential to defeat the Demon King. They speculate that Arios might have the potential. KaKuNime suggests Rein should tame more spirits to become stronger, but Rein is content with his current companions and responsibilities, though he doesn't dismiss the idea entirely. On a sunny morning, Rein wakes up on the floor and hopes for a free room. The party enjoys breakfast outside and discusses buying equipment for Rein's upcoming journeys. While walking through town, Runa and Sora are cautious about people discovering their fairies, but Rein assures them. The interaction between KaKuNime, Tanya, and familiar faces puts the fairies at ease. However, children mistakenly assume Runa and Sora are Rein's wives, causing annoyance for Sora. Runa almost reveals her magic, but Rein and Sora stop her. They visit a weapons store owned by the dwarven blacksmith Gantz. Rein examines a dagger with an odd feeling and confronts Gantz about the quality of his weapons. Runa and Sora criticize Gantz as a swindler, but he explains his philosophy of craftsmanship. Tanya shares a connection with Gantz over their ideals. Rein explains his observations as a Beast Tamer, impressing Gantz, who agrees to make a custom weapon but lacks the materials. At the Adventurers Guild, Natalie informs them that Arios is in Horizon recruiting support members. Rein introduces Runa and Sora to Natalie, leading to an awkward misunderstanding about his relationship with them. Rein submits a quest from Gantz to find mithril ore in a mine. He agrees to search the mine, and Gantz is pleased that Rein wants a weapon instead of gold. On their journey to the mine, Runa and Sora struggle due to their lack of stamina. Rein finds a lake for them to bathe in and tempts squirrels to watch over them. Hearing KaKuNime scream, Rein rushes over and learns she was bitten by a fish. Tanya and KaKuNime joke about reversing the roles to even the score. At the mine, Rein suspects thieves are stealing from it and plans to observe the entrance. A hawk circling above alarms him, and they confront a group of thieves exiting the mine. Rein suggests defeating them to ask later, but Tanya and KaKuNime immobilize them to read their minds. They discover that the thieves are part of a group of adventurers, including a potential Beast Tamer. Rein suspects that one of them is responsible for the thefts. Inside the mithril mines, the remaining thieves are alerted to their comrades' defeat and are motivated to avenge them. Rein's party walks through the cave's tunnelway and is ambushed by 4 adventurers, all of whom are quickly defeated by Runa, Sora, Tanya, and KaKuNime. Only the Beast Tamer remains, and Rein confronts him along with his B-ranked monster, the Behemoth. The Beast Tamer boasts that he raised the Behemoth from childhood, bypassing the usual prerequisites for taming it. Rein faces off against the Behemoth, and their fight causes the mine to shake and collapse. KaKuNime and the others evacuate the captured thieves for their safety, but KaKuNime returns to assist Rein. As Rein battles the Behemoth, KaKuNime restrains the Beast Tamer. The Beast Tamer refuses to surrender, and his Behemoth continues rampaging. Rein overwrites the Behemoth's contract, forcing it to obey his commands. Rein makes the Behemoth attack its original owner, and Rein casts a fireball to defeat the monster. Outside the mine, it's revealed that the thieves were seeking revenge against Gantz for selling them subpar weapons. Gantz feels regret for his judgmental behavior and vows to become an honest craftsman again. Rein suggests he pour his soul into weapon making, and Gantz agrees to change his ways. Gantz asks Rein what kind of weapon he wants, and Rein requests a new dagger and gauntlet. Meanwhile, Arios rejects an applicant for the Beast Tamer job due to their inability to tame an ultimate species. Mina reflects on how Arios' strict criteria hinder their efforts to find a suitable candidate. Mina considers suggesting a change in the criteria to Arios, but hesitates due to her commitment to following the hero's path. The next day, Rein visits the Adventurers Guild and learns the fate of the ore thieves. Exiting the guild, he shares the news with Runa and Sora, who comfort him. They take a walk, buy hot dogs, and discuss special skills obtained from forming a contract. Rein isn't sure if he gained new abilities, which disappoints Runa and Sora. Rein, however, values their companionship more than new skills. As they talk, They are confronted by a pompous man accompanied by guards who demands Runa and Sora's names. The man's presence attracts attention, and he asserts his intention to make them his own. Rein intervenes when the pompous noble Edgar expresses his affection for the fairies Runa and Sora. Edgar surrounds them with soldiers, demanding their agreement. Rein rejects it, prompting an attack that he swiftly repels. Edgar takes hostages, but Rein uses his awakened fairy magic to rescue them. Edgar flees, and a lady warns them to leave Horizon. At the inn, Runa and Sora share Edgar's sinister history. Knight's investigations find no evidence. Rein's party decides to defeat Edgar. At the Fromware Manor, Edgar confides in his father and mistreats a servant. Edgar meets Arios after receiving a cursed ring. Rein files a complaint at the Order of Knights headquarters, revealing possible corruption. Vice Captain Stella seeks their help. Rein agrees, planning to expose corruption. To catch corrupt knights, a trap is set in a warehouse with evidence against Edgar. Stella's division assists, and Gantz provides Rein's new gauntlet. Knights enter the warehouse and are incapacitated. Stella defeats Gillet. Edgar learns of Gillet's arrest and abuses his servant. The cloaked figure, Arios, gives Edgar a cursed ring and reveals Rein's beast-taming skills. In a flashback, Nina's past at a temple and subsequent enslavement are shown. Stella and her knights confront guards at Edgar's mansion, revealing Gillet's arrest. Tanya and Kinnaid engage the soldiers, breaking through the gate. Rein, Runa, and Sora infiltrate the basement to rescue hostages. Rein finds Nina, a demigod, and frees her from a collar's spell. Outside, the group continues battling soldiers, and fairies bring rescued hostages to safety. Rein, carrying Nina, joins Stella's group in the mansion. Edgar's father is captured, but Edgar appears with a summoned reaper using a cursed ring. Arios observes from the roof, believing Rein is defeated. However, Rein survives an instant death spell, revealing immunity to status effects. Edgar's despondency leads to a transformation into a demon, fueled by dark energy from the cursed ring. A demon emerges from Edgar's transformation, wreaking havoc in Horizon. Rein's group splits tasks. Stella and Nina help the townsfolk while the rest confront the demon. Their initial efforts fail, so they battle summon monsters. The demon destroys parts of the town. Runa and Sora immobilize the demon while Rein boosts Kinnaid and Tanya's powers for a powerful attack. The demon survives and summons more monsters, planning to destroy Horizon. Runa and Sora teleport the townsfolk to safety. Mina informs Arios, who orchestrated the demon's appearance for revenge. Stella, the knights, and Nina defeat summoned creatures while townsfolk evacuate. Adventurers join the fight, and Runa and Sora teleport more townsfolk. Nina's demigod powers help Rein approach the demon. Boosted, Rein restrains and defeats the demon with its own monsters. The exhausted group survives a fall, and Tanya catches them. Days later, Horizon rebuilds. Stella becomes captain, and Gillet's accomplices and Edgar's father are punished. Nina hopes to reunite with her village while the group aids in Horizon's reconstruction. Nina formally joined Rein's party at the inn where they stayed. Later, at the Adventurers Guild, Rein and his companions discover from Natalie and Stella that the knights have joined forces with the guild. Natalie then informs Rein that his party has been officially elevated to C rank as a result of his recent Horizon exploits. Nina is also properly presented to Natalie, who embraces her warmly. Once things were sorted, Rein indicated that his group was looking for housing guidance, so Natalie recommended they buy a property. Rein agrees to the notion after some thought, and they all begin home searching. Except for the final house Natalie shows them, all of them meet their specific needs. However, Natalie is called out for displaying the property last despite the fact that it matches their preferences, to which she admits that the house is haunted. Natalie also describes other instances that occurred at the property that discouraged people from purchasing it. As a result, Rein chose to research the property before purchasing it. When the gang enters the living room, a disembodied voice orders them to get out, and a maid ghost appears in front of them. Sora and Runa take action by casting Holy Circle on it, but it quickly dodges it. When the gang realizes that the ghost has no way of attacking, it decides to haunt the scared Kinnaid. Tina, the ghost, introduces herself and shares some of her backstory. Rein eventually chooses to buy the house. Meanwhile, the hero's party walks the streets and is mocked by the locals. Enraged by the townsfolk's treatment of them, Arios assaults a fruit vendor's stand and flees, furious that they chose Rein over him. Rein returns to his house with KaKuNime and prepares a feast for supper. Before diving in, Rein considers how fortunate he is to have met all of his party members, as well as a flashback to his parents, and anticipates what follows next.